Our vision as an organization is to achieve a stable creative economy for young African creatives through digital collaborations and co-creation. Our mission is to foster and organize digital collaborations for young creatives. So this is the team. I'm the director, Tanaskom Kwacha, as you can see. I've done a lot of work in the creative sector, mainly in the non-profit and civil society. Itai is our CTO. He's an experienced web systems developer and mobile app developer as well. With Denzel Sampo is our brand guy. He's experienced in blogging, graphic design, video editing, and the like. Then our senior developer, Tafazo Chaipa, who's also experienced in web systems development. So the features on the platform include remote collaboration. You are able to collaborate with people who are living in Gweru, when you're in Harare, or even out of the country. So that's essentially what the target market is. And we are mainly starting to focus with Africa. So imagine having to create a song with someone in Bulawayo when you are here in Harare, and the instrumental was done by someone in Mutare, or South Africa, or Zambia. So that's essentially the point. Then you also have to create you also have the feature to work in teams. So imagine if you have your own organization. Maybe it's we didn't have anyone who's into architectural design here, but imagine an architectural company has its team of designers, and they're able to subscribe to the platform and have their different creatives work from home. And you have seen by the coming of COVID how Zoom, Slack, and all these platforms came through for the formal work, but nothing was ever really done for you guys, for creatives. And essentially that's what we're trying to do with CollaboMe. It also builds a network of creatives, so you're able to find people who are doing video, people who are doing editing, people who are doing graphic, people who are doing music. So it's always a challenge for different creatives. Imagine you are into video filming, but you don't have anyone to shoot. You are into video editing, you don't have the content to edit, and this creates a network of creatives for you to actually meet and work together. And there are also chat rooms on the platform, so that you can also discuss, tell each other about the project, anything that you have to discuss on. So when you create a platform, when you create a profile on the platform, this is essentially the front end. This is how it looks. So we are done with creating the front end, but the back end is still in development. So you are able to put your name, your portfolio, all the work you have done, links to your digital creative art you have done before, all the contributions you have done, and all the projects you have been working on so far. So this is essentially the front end of the platform. When you create a project, this is what happens. So when you create a project, you put the project title, then the project category. Maybe it's about a video, you put the video, or it can be non-specific. Maybe it's a song, right? So we have the MP3, we have the video, then we have the graphic designers working on the cover art of that song. So that's essentially a non-specified project with 3 categories under it. Then you put a description about the project. Let's say we're creating a project in partnership with Plan International, and Plan International focuses on child rights, young girls into child marriages and the like. So as part of that project, a song around giving awareness to issues about child marriages can be worked on, and the video can actually be done by the video editors. The song can be written by writers. If it's into poetry, poets can actually work on creating content around child marriages, giving awareness on that same project as well. Then a thumbnail is just generally cover art of that project. Then some separate files might be uploaded on that project. Maybe there's a certain design that the project administrator wants or needs on that project. So maybe there are certain guidelines that you have to follow, the colors you are going to use for the graphic design, all of that. The project administrator also uploads those files. Then it creates this project. So when the project is done, as a contributor or as a creative yourself, you are able to see this this description of that project title. These are the content that has been put earlier by the project administrator. So when you get to see all the content and the project guidelines, the details around that project, then you actually contribute. So when you contribute, you just upload what you have done. So essentially here, what you do is you see what the project is all about, the guidelines about the project. Then you work on your own offline. Maybe you're working on Adobe, maybe you're working on any creative application that you're working on, and then you upload your file. So as an organization, our business model is we are more of a social enterprise. So we wish to, like I said earlier in an example, Plan International, we wish to partner with organizations such as those to create projects that address some social needs which they may need. We also have a subscription model whereby maybe you want to do your own project without our involvement. So you can actually subscribe to the platform, then you get extra features on the platform. So we can also monetize. Imagine if you start a project, maybe there was no initial fund of that project. So when you get someone who's willing to acquire that type of content, we can also monetize. And we're working on a system whereby those creatives whose work has been actually featured on the final production will be fairly paid according to what money you've got from the project. So ladies and gentlemen, be part of a diverse community in the network of creatives. These are the reasons why you might need to be on CollaboMe. You work on projects remotely with your teams. You get paid through contributing on funded projects. You also collaborate with the established artists. Imagine if you strike a deal with any established artist, maybe you strike a deal with Japres and he wants to have his next album done on CollaboMe, because he's doing a collaborations album. I'm sure through listening to music, you've seen the trend of how established creatives are actually doing an album with different collaboration album. So essentially, this is another use case of the platform. So thank you very much for listening. In a nutshell, this is generally what CollaboMe is. So you can visit the site, know about us, you can sign up. We will be sending more information about what we're trying to do.